I used to go to graveyards and just sit there and just be with the idea of death and how short life is. And I think that's why gratitude is such a huge part of my life now. I hope through my channel I can create escapism, but also inspire you to create a life that you don't want to escape from, that you don't need a holiday to get away from. A life that feels like holiday nearly every day. I told Ollie that I wanted to come somewhere quiet, and this adorable church and hamlet fit the bill so perfectly. Absolutely perfect, as we would say in Darling Buds of May. For anyone new, this is all about slow living in Cornwall, homemaking, foodie, that's the vibes. I'm going to try and make it as enjoyable and wholesome and cozy as possible. The beautiful thing about the summer is that it's enough to just be outside instead of, I know a lot of us probably think, oh, I need to make the most of the days and I need to get loads done, but actually just enjoying being outside and being able to sit on the ground and it not be muddy, and being able to make like a light summery meal instead of spending a long time cooking something comforting. Those are all real luxuries of summer. You can really slow down in summer and soak up all of the beauty of it. I think it's lovely to not be in a rush because there's so much to appreciate in the summertime. You don't have to make things to appreciate in the winter. Sometimes you have to seek them and create it, but in the summer it's already here. This might sound a bit strange, but any time in the past I don't really tend to need to do it anymore. If I'm feeling a bit lost or not being grateful for everything I have, I used to go to graveyards and just sit there and just be with the idea of death and how short life is, which sounds depressing, but it used to give me perspective, because I would sit there and think, imagine if I had no choice. Like if I was stuck with a decision, I would think, what if I had no choice, and what if I had nothing? So I think, I don't know if anyone's going to think I'm weird for that, but that's what I used to do. Nothing wrong with being weird. Also, I think that's probably part of why gratitude is such a huge part of my life now, because the thought of, I don't like the idea of you should live like, oh, you're young, you should do this, you're young, you should do that. I think you should do what you want to do, or at any age. Like, you shouldn't do this because you're old, or you should do this because you're young. So I would say sitting in graveyards gave me the gift of gratitude, because anytime I didn't feel grateful or was struggling to find things to be grateful for, I thought of the alternative, which is nothing, I guess. Well, I don't know what comes after this, but it helps to appreciate things when you think about, instead of thinking about what you don't have or what you don't know, you can think about the fact that you're here. And actually, it's a bit of a deep start to the video, but it's actually a miracle, like, that you're here and that your family and all the people that came before you're here. That's a miracle. Like, that's what I always used to think. How many people survived for you to be here? Sometimes people think that's a basic outlook, but I don't. I think we're all precious. I am trying to become a skilled candle maker, but I'm not very good at following instructions and I never remember what I need to remember. So if anyone, I know before a few of you said you have made candles, and I do actually have a subscriber who is a professional candle maker. So if you have any advice for at what point to add the fragrance, like how long should I be mixing it, what heat should I be adding the fragrance at? I think the last candles I made were absolutely amazing. these ones, they've set and I need to leave them a week or two, but I can't really tell if they're going to be strong enough. So I really want to get good enough so that I can gift them to people and send them to people, but I just don't think I'm at that stage yet. And I also am absolutely rubbish with getting the amounts right. So I'm kind of guessing based on previous batches, which is really silly. So yeah, if anyone's any good at that, I could look on Google, but I'd rather ask a person and have a skilled person tell me what they do. So this is my cry for candle help. I did have an idea, but I would like everyone's opinion on this. If you bought a candle and it had multiple fragrances in layers, would you like that, or would you be concerned that some of the layers you wouldn't like and others you would like more? I have been putting off so many tasks the last few days. It's just getting ridiculous. So I'm going to tackle them this afternoon, and I'm going to try and make them feel more romanticised and fun. But even the thought of trying to make it more enjoyable is difficult right now. You know, when you just have a list of boring tasks and you think, I don't want to do even one thing on that list. I think that I can get a bottom sheet in there. I think the colour's fine, so I'm going to go and do the bed because that was my other thing to do. Also, I cleaned the floor, and on the same day that I cleaned it, I dropped a bag of sugar. And then yesterday, I dropped some kind of horrible food on the floor as well, which I never ever do that. And the second I went to the trouble to do like the biggest deep clean I could, I just made more mess than ever. Really want to advance my cooking skills, but also make more stuff from scratch. The type of things like pasta and bread that I just buy without thinking about it because it's not easy to me yet, and then I think, oh, I can't be bothered, or I'm not very good at it, which is all the more reason to try. This was a diabolical attempt at making pasta. I don't have a pasta maker, and I would recommend that you do buy one before attempting it. It was beyond words, the experience I had with this. I didn't make the well big enough, and I knew when I did the second egg, I knew I hadn't done the well big enough. And I didn't really know how to save it. So then I just put the third egg in, and it just all hell broke loose, and it was really actually quite a stressful experience. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to buy a pasta maker. And also a lot of the recipes talked about using those machines that like knead it for you. Again, I didn't really want to be buying a machine for that. So I'll buy a pasta maker and I will come back to you on the experience. I'm not going to give you any tips whatsoever on this other than the fact that you need to buy a pasta maker. Just the thing that rolls it out thin at the minimum. Anything beyond that is probably extreme, but I'm glad I tried. The pasta sauce that I made, if you can call it that, was delicious. Really, really nice. And you got to go quite heavy with the salt and pepper and garlic and just lots of lemon zest, lemon juice. That was really refreshing and lovely. And lots of basil leaves would have gone beautifully in there. But my basil plant is actually failing at the moment, so I'm not taking anything from it at the moment. But I'm glad I tried it, but it was dreadful. That's my favourite word to describe the experience. In the next bit, though, I do show you how to do the delicious, cheesy, tomatoey, garlicky sauce. So do try that. Do give that a go. Just if you haven't made pasta before. Don't try and do it all today, maybe. Spare yourself this time. And then when you're feeling creative, try the pasta. you've been watching my channel for a little while, you may remember that I bought lots of air dry clay a while ago, and I hadn't touched it for a few months because I couldn't think what I wanted to make. So I thought about my favourite trinket, and my favourite trinket is a miniature pink cottage that I got in Burford Garden Centre. So I thought, why don't I just try and make miniature houses, because I love them and it'll be quite easy for me to do. I can have fun with painting them and it doesn't need to have any kind of function. So I'm basically creating my dream cottages in miniature form. I won't be painting them in this video because you have to let them dry for quite a few days, but I also make some shells later on in the video just so I can get used to creating more with air dry clay and how to smooth it out, how thin it should be, just the things that you learn from repetition. So that's what I do later in the video. I'm making a shell garland bunting type thing, but I'm not sure yet how long I want it to be. So I'm just in Ollie's work van and I'm going to help him with something. I want to show you, but I can't really show you. I want to try and show you because we're going to like this lock-up thing. So I want to show you it inside. I don't know if it's allowed. I've just seen 3 children in the back of their grandparents' car going to school, and it just made me think how grateful I am I don't have to go to school anymore. I really didn't like school. That's actually a conversation that we should all have about school, how we all found it, because I hated it. I'm currently listening to an audiobook called The Make Believe by Hannah Murray, who was in a, what do you call it, a teen drama?
I don't know. What are you talking
Skins.
about? Oh. Yeah.
It was a bit problematic, to be honest, but she was like an actress when she was a teenager, and then she's not an actress anymore. She wrote a book because she actually had spiritual psychosis. She went to a cult by accident, like a spiritual cult. So it's actually really interesting. And also, one of you guys recommended I read something, it's called like Addicted to Anxiety by Owen Kane or something, which I'm going to start either at the same time as this one or once I finish this one, but I have bought it and I am really looking forward to reading that. I think we all appreciate a food shop haul every now and then, and this one felt like a good one because we treated ourselves to Marks and Spencer's, which is one of my favourite shops, though I do find it a little bit annoying because it's out of our budget, but we thought we should go for quality and we didn't have time to go to the greengrocers, hence the decision. The best thing you can buy in Marks and Spencer's is a Squidgy Snouts by, that sounds disgusting, the Percy Pig range, and also cappuccino chocolate bar. They are absolutely delicious. Shortly I will show you how I've been storing my vegetables in the fridge because I've switched it up. I take it all out of the packaging, wash it and put them into their own Tupperwares or bowls now. Authentic Greek yogurt must be authentic because that's going to be good for your gut, whereas some of the Greek style I feel can sometimes have high sugar content, and then if it doesn't it's more expensive. This is the best mozzarella, but I've only bought one because I'm actually not going off it, but I've had it quite a lot. So this shop is from Sainsbury's because it's to top up on things like this that I can't get in the greengrocers and is too expensive in M&S. So I've got jasmine rice because we ran low on that, and then risotto rice. It's a very cheap meal, just mushrooms, cheese, onion, garlic, like that kind of thing. And then I've got some chickpeas I don't buy the bold bean ones all the time because they're kind of expensive, but these are like the middle option. We get this long life milk. Apparently it's better for you. I don't really know anything about it. Got some more honey because we ran out of honey. I'm going to do some cooking and I've run out of sugar. So we had to kind of do like a sock-up type situation for this one. So it's not very golden, but golden granulated sugar and then typical pasta. I got this for lunch because it's cheap. And then I got some olives to pop in salads, put with couscous because I really like olives. Ran out of those as well. We ran out of coconut milk, which can be quite handy for like a lentil dal, quite a cheap option. So we got these as well. Ran out of mayo. So we ran out of practically everything. I should start making my own mayo. I will do that soon. One more bag. You'll know that I said I don't do like a weekly food shop. We do one every 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, this should last a while, really. So I've got Parmesan. This was actually quite affordable. Usually it's really expensive, but this wasn't bad. I like to get the posh eggs, but I've gone for these as long as they're free range. Oh, I should have checked them. But yeah, they're all fine. I'm gonna give this a try and have it with coconut milk because for an iced summery drink I do think it's quite nice to have an alternative milk sometimes. I like soy milk, but I do not like oat milk, and oat milk is really bad for your gut and typically uses really low quality oats, so I stopped using that. And then I got just a 20 pack of these because the other pack was expensive. It was like, I don't know, it took the cost into territories I didn't want, so I thought I'll just get these temporarily and then have to buy some more in a little while, but I'd rather that push the expense to next month. 2 butters. I always just pick the one that's the cheapest out of all the options because I shop online, so you can pick the cheapest, like the ones on offer. This for cooking with, not sure what I'm doing with that, I can't remember. Bread because it's one of the ones with less nasties in it. Some people disagree, like some people say it's not sourdough, I don't know. But I would say that it's one of the healthier options, and I really like this bread because I don't really eat sandwich bread, I eat like toast it type bread. These are great for toasties, great for like creamy mushroom sauces and stuff because they hold their shape. They're not really dry either, but I mean if I was going to eat this I would have like butter and honey, for example, or olive oil on the top. Like I wouldn't just eat that with butter and really enjoy it because it is that tiny bit more solid. Cheap shower gel because it will last me forever. This shell crafting was very therapeutic, and I do feel like by the 3rd or 4th one I started to understand a little bit more how to get a nicer finish, what kind of thickness was necessary. So I'm going to make some different sized ones, find a bit of fabric to pop them on and paint them up and put them up in the house somewhere. We still have some of our bulk cooking session meals in the freezer, so I whacked one out the other day when I couldn't be bothered to cook, and we had spaghetti bolognese. It was really delicious. I love this pasta shape. We got it from M&S a couple of months ago, and I hadn't actually opened the packet, and it was really lovely. I don't know what it was called, but I do love having a unique pasta shape. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited about my next video that I'm recording at the moment, so do catch up again soon. Lots of love.
Our fortunes here are yet to improve. In Saul, the fever carried off 3 young Lanvans.
But the best bit's not happened.
Not going to get to that one, though. Well, it was his run that went through that got us into that position in the first place. We haven't had enough of that.
Go on, Wissa.
It made to wait even longer.